Greetings, beautiful divine beings. My channel, Transform Nation 123, is for people that have experienced various types of abuse, neglect, manipulation, abandonment, adverse childhood experiences, childhood trauma that has affected them in ways that kept them from developing into fully functioning healthy adults. It's for people that struggle with the belief or feeling that something is inherently effed up or wrong with them because of their experiences growing up. It's for people that feel deeply ashamed about their past and all the things that happened to them. This channel is for people that can resonate with the history of isolation as a way to feel safe from the world and to cope with the pain of waiting to feel perfect and waiting to feel valuable and worthy enough to participate in society. Let's face it, I'm sure at some point or another, some of us felt like we had to wear a mask to make it in this big, scary world. With the help of prayer and therapy, I finally got the courage to step out of my play it safe zone and create this space to allow my voice to be heard, encourage others, embrace self-acceptance, and continue healing on a multi-dimensional level. I give thanks to God for blessing me with the awareness that I actually needed help and the tools and resources to receive that help in the form of therapy and doing the hard, painful, dark, continuous work that was necessary for me to get to this point in my life. Therapy was absolutely necessary in order for me to share my life story without re-traumatizing myself and becoming too emotionally unregulated in the process. For as long as I can remember, I wasn't aware of how my childhood experiences deeply affected me. For me, being scared, hurt, insecure, and broken was just a normal, uncomfortable thing I had to live through and deal with. Through verbal and physical abuse, I was taught to conceal my true, authentic self. I was always told that my energy was just too much and that I needed to tone myself down to be accepted. I was taught to feed that vicious inner critic and to heavily criticize my every word and action, which ultimately led to a state of hypervigilance, which is a state of always being on edge to make sure I was safe and didn't rub nobody the wrong way. I was taught to self-sabotage, abandon my truth to appease others, to neglect my self-care, to minimize and diminish all of my accomplishments. I was constantly told to mask up, and I wore that mask like I was told to. In order to protect myself and keep everybody happy, of course, I was suffocating behind a mask in order to somewhat get by in life, and wearing it just got way too heavy for me. I'm finally ready to take that real long deep breath and live my truth out loud. Transform Nation 123 is a testament to my life experiences. This channel was conceived out of the dark underbelly of years of fear, shame, and darkness that covered my true self. I've always found security from keeping myself hidden, and at this point, I just had to stop hiding. I realized that I could truly cease to exist at any moment, and I didn't want to leave this world behind without leaving a piece of me. Even if I just get to get my story out, that would be better than leaving absolutely nothing for the world to remember me by. So by the grace of God, I was led to study several healing modalities and received a diploma to practice mind, body, soul wellness from the amazing Southwest Institute of Healing Arts. And I was inspired to willingly give traditional therapy another shot after so many years. Fortunately, I was led to a therapist who's genuinely empathetic and who's genuinely committed to guiding me through my journey of healing and growth. And sometimes finding a good therapist that you actually click with can be a tough challenge on its own. Through these blessings from God, I finally understand that there is absolutely nothing wrong with me. There was never nothing wrong with me, and I am good enough to be me, my pure authentic self, just the way that I am. For all this time, I've been terrified to live my life and show up as my pure authentic self. I will be sharing my life story while letting the world know that I exist. I want to leave a piece of me so when my time expires, the world will know that I was here and encourage others to leave their marks too. I've carried shame by the ton with a smile. Now it's clear to me, it ain't my shame to bear. My name is Art Like Divine, and I am recovering from complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm finally showing up to connect with people like me to let y'all know that we are not alone. The world can seem petrifying through the eyes of hurt and broken children. And when childhood wounds are never properly addressed and healed, we age into adulthood and learn to get by and cope the best way we know how. Have you ever felt like a hurt grown child? Because I have. Unhealed childhood wounds can make it seem impossible to authentically show up and share what we have to contribute to the world. I'm embracing vulnerability so y'all can know me. Because why not? Somebody once said to me, don't let your history be a mystery. And that really struck a chord with me. None of us are promised our next breath, period. So why not make the perfect time right now to do whatever it is we've always imagined ourselves doing? For me, I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for 13 years now. I aspire to build a safe and sacred community for people who resonate with my content. I want to know that you exist too. And hopefully through sharing my life experiences, someone will be inspired and get the courage to authentically show up and do you too, boo. God willing, my channel will expand into sharing a plethora of things, including lessons I've learned in therapy, healing techniques, health and beauty product recommendations, best kept secret healing destinations, meditations, and so much more of what makes me, me. And as a disclaimer, my life experiences may be disturbing for some and trigger unwarranted emotions. My aim is to bring awareness to the effects of childhood trauma and to encourage my viewers. The purpose of this channel is not to villainize, expose, or harm the image of anyone who contributed to the collective events of my life. I've extended forgiveness to all with my whole heart. I've attempted to repair and reconcile our relationships via open, heartfelt communication, and I've also suggested therapy to address the past wounds properly in order to move forward in a healthy light. To no avail. This detail forced me to face myself and realize that if I wanted to heal and break the cycle of trauma, I needed to take responsibility over how the rest of my life would turn out. I had to realize that my desire to have a healthy relationship with someone couldn't come with the price of sacrificing myself and continuously affording them a pass into my life to perpetuate the cycle of abuse. I had to grieve the losses of the ties and the bonds that would never be. I was able to fully grasp and acknowledge that I was a child when these psychological habit-forming events took place. I had to forgive myself for judging and treating myself so harshly and extend deep self-compassion for believing that it was okay for me to be handled this way for so long. If this message resonated with you, beautiful divine being, stay tuned and remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, stay true to your code, and do you, boo. Peace, love, and light. Mwah. I'm waiting to feel valuable and worthy enough to participate in society. Let's face it, I'm sure at some point or another, some of us felt like we had to wear a mask to make it in this big, scary world. With the help of prayer and therapy, I finally got the courage to step out of my play it safe zone and create this space to allow my voice to be heard, encourage others, embrace self-acceptance, and continue waiting to